There are 7 lessons we could learn from the landmark demolition saga with the federal government of Nigeria, and we'll be stressing some inferences from the utterances of Federal Minister of Works, David Umahi. I'll be pointing this out for us to understand and catch the lessons to be learned. I am Patrick, your Lagos Realtor. Welcome to this space. Like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and also turn on your notification button so that you get to be informed each time we drop valuable contents like this on this channel. When we come back, I'll be stressing these lessons, and I hope you learn from this. Lesson number 1: the government does not sell its waterways to anybody. The government does not sell its waterways to anybody. The most you can buy is a beach view property or a beachfront land. The water, the beach, is nobody's private property. You only have access to the beach pending the time government decides it wants to make use of that property or make use of the beachfront, just like what you saw in this case. Nobody sells a beach to you. So it is just a privilege that most people have properties in front of a beach, but that you bought a beach with your property, it is not possible. Now let's listen to David Umahi.
In some cases, we have followed the gazetted route. In other cases, we have realigned to the coastal line majorly. And coastal line from the shore 250 meters by the Supreme Court judgment belongs to the federal government. I talk in particular landmark. I don't know if they're here. And come to think of it, there is none of its infrastructure that is affected. I agree that there are some people he subletted the place to, but the shoreline was never given to him by the Oniru's family. And so these people he subletted erected some, I won't call it shanties, but caravans, makeshift, so on and so forth, within the shoreline. And if you go to the shoreline, you will see a demarcation of what was given to him, and you will see a different color of the sand there, different color of the sand. And you see by reason of the sand filling, the point that the sand is different color. And so we are dealing with these people that is subletted, this shoreline illegally. And I've asked him to bring his documents. And I challenge him and his co-politicians to bring the documents. Let him flash the documents before the press.
Number 2, compensation can be done after demolition. The government can decide to compensate after demolition has occurred. There is no law that states that before the government demolishes, they would compensate you. Compensation can be done after demolition, as far as you have the right title to prove that the property is affected in the demolition. Listen to this.
We believe that the federal government said before any demolition, compensation will be paid.
That's not the law. The important thing is to document it. And from Wednesday, Thursday, I will pay the compensation for this building. So I'll do that. And that's why we're here. I'm still here, and I will be here working out through the week. So anyone will confirm, we will direct the contractor to pay. That's the step. But the law did not say you must pay before you demolish. But this is President Ahmed Bola Tinubu's government. Anything he says, he does it. We've said we will pay compensation, and then we're going to pay compensation.
The third lesson is that shanties, which means an unlicensed building or structure, can be demolished anytime. Shanties are illegal and they can be demolished anytime, even before giving you prior notice. Shanties can be demolished because they are illegal. Listen to this.
Landmark unfortunately has made so much noise about this. I had to revisit the place. I continue to say that none of its infrastructure is affected, just the shanties, and the shanties must give way tomorrow. I've directed that the beach should be shut down from tomorrow.
The fourth lesson which I would want all of you to understand and know is that this demolition is progressive and there might be some adjustments. There might be some adjustments. So it is progressive, meaning that there will be continuous demolition from one phase to the other. Now they are done with the first 3 kilometers. When they go for the second phase, there will be more demolition until the 7, because the coastal route is 700 kilometers long. Until they get to the end, there will be more demolitions. So from one point to the other, we are going to experience demolition along the coastal route. Now, this is to sound a note of warning to those who still feel you can buy beachfront properties anyhow right now. In fact, my advice is that you stay calm until the pathway is confirmed, because there would be little adjustments on the road. Nobody can tell you where the adjustments will come in. Initially, Landmark was not supposed to be affected, but you see the little adjustments affected Landmark and also Oniro beaches. So there will be little adjustment. So for those who are still advising you to take the opportunity to invest in beachfront properties or properties along this coastal route, be very careful of such advice. Definitely, those who will take the advice now and in the end do not get affected would reap higher rewards, high huge returns on investment. But it's going to be risky because we cannot say right now, although there is a map showing where the route is going, where the coastal route is going to take. But the problem here is the little adjustment. Who knows where and where this little adjustments will come in?
Progressive. As we are going, we are doing some minor adjustments, and our commitment is to stay within the coastline. And so we have gone through, Chinage, or kilometer 13, kilometer 16, kilometer 20 today. Tomorrow we are continuing, and we are not doing it because of any particular reason. We are considering the most economical and viable way to pass this coastal route, and without much damages. This is very important, and we are also considering the economic value of the coastal route if we stay within the coast.
The fifth lesson would be that there is no pattern for demolition yet. Nobody can tell you this is how demolition will happen, this is a day it will happen, or at this point there will be demolition. Nobody can tell you yet. Listen to David Umahi.
So what pattern will this demolition take? Will it be holistic?
You will see the pattern now. You will see.
I want to know if it will be within the scope of work as the work progresses, or it will be holistic.
It's progressive. It's progressive. But you see, we need a long, right of way so that we save, because if we are just demolishing, every 1 kilometer, we cannot set the road properly. One point of the road aligns to the other. And so this is very important for us.
The sixth lesson would be that national interest would always override individual interests. So you can have a property with every legal document. You can have a property with everything perfected, but in the end, it might need to be demolished because of national interest, because of environmental interest. So you can lose your property because that particular land wants to be used for a particular thing that would serve national interest. But the good thing is there will always be compensation as far as you can prove title and ownership to that particular property. Do not forget, national interest would always override individual interest, and this is what happened to Landmark Beach. Lastly, and very sadly, government policies sometimes can override logical reasoning. Sometimes government policies can override logical reasoning. The truth is, Landmark Beach has been demolished. Other properties have been affected, but there would have been a better way to go about this thing. But government policies are government policies. Sometimes they are devoid of logical reasonings. Sometimes you question why certain things happen, or why certain things were not put in place, or why certain questions were not asked, or why an holistic consultation was not carried out. Government policies can be very, very crazy. And when it comes to real estate, the greatest defect of real estate investment anywhere in Nigeria is that government policies change, and it can affect your investment and your businesses anytime. This is a story of so many of the investors in Landmark Beach, so many of the workers who will lose their jobs in Landmark Beach. As we continue to deal with this shock, let us put in mind the lessons that can be learned from this saga. 7 of these lessons, and they will help us make wise investment choices in the future. I am Patrick, your Lagos Realtor. Like our video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on your notification button so that you get informed each time we drop a new content on this channel. You can go through our past contents. Our contents are amazing, and they will help you make informed decisions. Promote our videos to your friends and your families, and everyone you know would want to make some decisions buying real estate in the future. For consultation and advice, my number is on the screen. The link to my WhatsApp is in the description below. You can always call me, and I can advise you on properties to buy, safe properties to buy all over Nigeria: Lagos, Asaba, Ibadan, Abeokuta, Abuja, and so many other places in Nigeria. Until we see you again, peace.